So, what if you want to stay with a narcissist? Lee, what the hell are you talking about? Hey, yo, these are the questions I get in my group. People ask me these questions anonymously, of course, but they ask the question nonetheless. Like, so Lee, what happens if you want to stay with a narcissist? If you don't want to leave, if you think you have them figured out and you think you can make it work, what should I do? If you're new here, my name is Lee Hammock. I'm a diagnosed narcissist, and I talk about the mind of a narcissist and how to deal with narcissistic people. And today's mic holder is a fat caliper. So y'all see that? Snap, snap, snap. I was gonna get a real mic holder. I'm like, yo, what? We have fun on this channel. Let's just grab something random every day to hold the mic on. So today we got a caliper. I'm gonna turn it this way so you can't really see it. But yes. What do you want? What happens if you want to stay with them? What do you do in that situation? What do you do in that scenario when you want to stay with a narcissist? Like, Lee, what the hell? Who would want to stay with them? Like, why are you even making this video to convince people to stay? That's not the point of this video, y'all. The point of this video is to not convince people to stay. That's not what I do, y'all. I give you the information necessary for you to make a conscientious decision on whether you want to leave or whether you want to stay. That's up to you, right? You have to make the decision on your own. But if you want to stay with a narcissist, the number one thing that you have to understand, the number one thing that you're going to be dealing with if you decide you want to stay with a narcissist is, drum roll please, you're going to have to accept them as is. Now, Dr. Ramadi talks about radical acceptance a lot, right? And I agree. Radical acceptance this is one thing you absolutely have to have when you're dealing with a narcissistic person and you want to stay with them. You have to have radical acceptance. And I know a lot of people don't want to hear that. Like, Lee, but what, you changed, Lee, so why can't the narcissist change? Why can't they? I've put the work in. I'm still putting the work in to this day. I am. And I looked at radical acceptance. It says the ability to accept situations that are outside of your control without judging them. This reduces suffering caused by the situation. Radical acceptance means full acceptance of reality with your mind, body, and spirit. It is accepting that reality is unfolding the way that it is. You cannot control this narcissistic person. This is what I get when I hear that right there. You cannot control them. You can't control what they do, where they go, who they gonna do. The only thing that you can control in this situation is you. You have to accept what you actually have control over in this situation. And most times people don't want to hear it. The only thing that you really truly have control over in this scenario is yourself. You can't control them. It does not work that way. When you're dealing with a narcissist, it does not work that way. You cannot control them. You can beg and plead and cry. You can try to set boundaries later on, but it's very difficult to set boundaries with somebody who's set in their ways, who's so used to using you and abusing you. It's so difficult to do that. So imagine consistently trying to do that to somebody. Trying to consistently set a boundary with somebody who doesn't care about those boundaries is tough as hell to do, y'all. Let's just keep it real. It is extremely tough to set a boundary on someone who does not give a damn about your boundaries, who does not give a damn about the rules that you set. They don't. And make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel if you haven't already, yo. You're closing in on 500K. I really appreciate it. I'd like to hit it before my birthday, July 14th, before I turn 40. 500K at 40 would be amazing. Seriously. But you got to accept them for who they are, y'all. You cannot change this person. Are you willing? So ask yourself this question. If you want to stay, are you willing to accept them as is? No changes, no personality, no work, no hard work. Just as they are right now. Just who they are right now. And this is not me telling you to make a rash decision right now. This is me telling you to take your time. This is homework for you. Take your time and write this stuff down. Write down who this person really is, because we're healing, moving forward one way or another. Like, whether you decide to leave or stay, it's going to require for you to tell yourself the truth about who they are. It's going to require for you to tell yourself the truth about who they are. It really is. So when I say you're going to have to tell yourself the truth about who they are, you're going to have to write it down. Write down who they are. Not what you think about them, not the truth about who they are, how they've been treating you. Why are you thinking about leaving in the first place? Why you left in the first place? Some of y'all have already left and are considering trying to go back. So ask yourself, why did you leave in the first place? Write this down. Write down who they really are. Because whether you leave or stay, this is something this is a question you have to answer for yourself right here. Can I deal with this person? I also think right here, if you can't leave, so I know some money, whatever the situation is, right? So this video is also for the people who feel like they're trapped because you have to make a long-term plan and you're trying to survive in it. Like, what does happiness look like for you right now? I feel like if you decide to stay with this person, or you're going to try to go back to this person, whatever the case may be, right? Which I suggest, which I'm always against, all right? If that person is not doing any kind of work. One thing you got to realize is that this person is like, they're going to be them. They are not like, you're going to have to reframe what you think happiness is. You're going to have to change what happiness looks like to you and what happiness means to you. You're going to have to reframe it. And I know that sucks to even say out loud to y'all, for y'all to think about, but it's true. You're going to have to reframe what happiness looks like to you. Because what happens to a lot of people in these toxic relationships, especially the ones that I talk to over Zoom, right? They get jealous of other people's relationships. Other people that have happy, healthy relationships, the person who's dealing with the narcissist gets jealous because they understand that their relationship will never look like that. Their relationship will never, ever be like what they look at as a happy relationship. You have to reframe your happiness. So I say all that to say this. Look at all the stuff you got to do to be with this person. What are they giving up? Nothing. What are they sacrificing? Nothing. You have to do all the work. It's on you. Look, a lot of work with little to no return on it. You just survive. And I understand some people are just trying to survive and make a plan. I get that. This is not like, y'all, this is not me judging y'all. This is me trying to just give y'all the information necessary for you to make those decisions on your own, but that are not going to be easy decisions. I don't want y'all to think that these decisions are going to be easy, because they are not. They're not going to be easy decisions. But you have to understand, like, this is who you dealing with, y'all. Seriously. You can't change them. If nothing changes, what would you be happy with the decision to stay or go back? If nothing were to change, y'all, let me be real with you. Let me keep it hot. I don't care what they said they're going to change. I'm going to go to therapy. I'm going to put the work in. I'm going to go to school. I'm going to stop hitting you. I'm going to stop cheating. I'm going to stop. No, why didn't you stop already? So you stopping and being a better human being is contingent upon me staying or coming back to you. That means that you really don't want to try to be a better person. That means you're just trying to be manipulative to keep me from leaving or to have me come back. You don't even really want to change your behaviors. You just don't want me to go. That's the thing that if you're going to deal with them, this is what you're going to have to accept. Well, I don't want to accept that at all. Hey, I don't make the rules. I'm not trying to make the rules here. I'm just letting you know this is what and who you're going to be dealing with. This is a scenario that has picked itself up that so many people are going to be battling and dealing with. I promise you are. And it sucks because you're just trying to heal. You're just trying to be better. You're just trying to feel better. And it sucks to even think that you have to go through this type of stuff because you're never going to be truly, fully happy in a toxic relationship. You have to accept the fact that you're never going to be truly fulfilled. You have to accept the fact that you're going to be jealous. You're probably going to look at other people's relationship and wonder why yours is not that way. You have to accept the fact that this person is who they are. You have to accept the fact that you're going to be getting a lot less than what you feel like you deserve. And you also have to accept the fact that I don't think, and this is me being real. Like you said, I said it a lot, don't I? I'm just keeping it real. I just want to be real. I don't think that you can ever really reach your full potential while you're in the throes of a toxic relationship. Right. I don't think you can ever fully reach your full potential while you're in the throes of toxicity, while you're dealing with an abusive, manipulative person. I don't think you can reach the full potential of your life. And I feel like that's a big thing for people to accept right there. I feel like there's a huge thing for people to accept. That really, really is. I tell this to people all the time. That's a huge thing for people to accept, that you will never reach your full potential while you're dealing with an abusive, manipulative narcissist. And I know that sucks. I know that sucks to hear. I know that sucks to even go through. I know that sucks because you love this person. You got kids with this person. You build businesses with this person. Again, this is only if you want to leave, only if you want to go back, or only if you want to stay with this person. Radical acceptance is a real thing. You also have to accept the fact that if you go back or if you stay, you're probably going to lose some friends and family members. Look at all the sacrifice that you have to make to stay with this damn person, y'all. You gotta sacrifice your friends, your family, sometimes your kids. Sometimes your kids, when they get older, like they'll tell you, like, hey, if you go back, I'm not coming back. I'm not coming back over here no more. If you go back, the second I turn 18, I'm out of here. Right? Some of them feel that way. So that's something you have to think about, y'all. Some of your kids absolutely think that. Like if you go back into toxicity, that they will cut you off. They'll cut the non-toxic parent off. If you stay in toxicity, they will cut you off. Because you stayed in toxicity if you had the opportunity to leave, right? I'm just telling y'all, I'm just keeping it real with y'all. I know it's tough to even understand and to reconcile, and just the fact that you have to deal with this type of abusive, manipulative person. I hate the fact that you even have to deal with it, but hey, that's the way the cookie crumbles sometimes. Crumble cookies is a real thing. Anyways, y'all, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. We're creeping close again. My coaching, my courses, everything is available at mentalhealness.net. My courses, my video series and whatnot, you can get those 50% off by typing in the code MOTHERS, MOTHERS, or FATHERS, because it's Father's Day month, FATHERS, for 50% off my courses or my video series at mentalhealness.net. Click one of the videos on the screen right here to watch another video. Thank y'all for the support, and I'm out. Peace.